Hey K-popers, and welcome back to HallyU. What a time to be a K-pop fan. As COVID fades, the summer tour season is ramping up in a big way. Blackpink, BoA, and Girls' Generation might have all hinted at comebacks, and we've got lots of new music from Miyeon, Moonbyul, Monsta X, and more. And of course, as this is the final HallyU video, there will be a special segment from yours truly at the end. Before we get started, I want to quickly thank HallyU's honorary producers. If you want to show off your bias group here, share your pics in weekly videos, and join a vibrant Discord community with watch parties, custom emoji, and more, all you need to do is support HallyU on Patreon. Alright, now let's jump right in. This is your K-pop news update for May 1st, 2022. Well, there hasn't been too much big news this week, but you know what there has been? A lot of concert announcements. With COVID getting further in the rearview mirror every single day, artists are gearing up for US tours, and it feels like every day we're getting a new announcement. So in case you're looking to see some great shows this summer concert season, here is everything that was announced this week. First up is Dreamcatcher. Hot off their first music show win, the girls have revealed an 8-stop American tour that will kick off on June 28th in New York City. Tickets are already on sale, so go check them out. Next up is Tomorrow by Together, who are gearing up for the Act Lovesick World Tour. The boys will start in Seoul and then head to the US for 7 shows across the country in July. Baby will also be in the US this summer. She's participating in the Summer Jam Show in Vegas on June 1st alongside some Western artists like Charlie Puth and Tate McRae. And if you're in New York, the Central Park Summer Stage is going to be hosting Brave Girls, Golden Child, and Alexa for a free outdoor concert in July. Now, if you're like me and want to see Brave Girls but want a guaranteed ticket, don't fear, because Brave Girls and Golden Child are also both going on US tours in July. We don't know the stops yet, but these shows are going to be epic. The sheer number of K-pop artists that will be in the US around the same time in June and July is astounding, and I'm sure these won't be the last concert announcements that we get. Oh, and while this is all amazing, one little thing. Seoul in the US does not constitute a world tour. Let's get some Canadian, European, and other dates in there before calling it a world tour. Now, with that being said, let's get to a bunch of brand new comebacks and debuts from this week in K-pop. We'll kick things off with Lee Soo-jung, aka Lovelyz member Baby Soul, and her solo debut, Walking Through the Moon.
Walking through the moon.
Very find themselves between worlds in their new comeback. This is Undercover. Kyungso's Dear My Ex is full of sunny springtime charm. Psy is back and he's teamed up with BTS's Suga in this Western themed MV that is vintage Psy. Here is That. Kong Daniel is looking badass on the track in Ready to Ride.
Tell me if you're ready to ride.
Speaking of looking badass, Mirani is back with another excellent rap track. This is Gasoline. Moonbyul's new comeback, CITT, Cheese in the Trap, is full of infectious pop rock vibes. Minso is looking fantastic in this very colorful MV for #selftrip. DKB are back with a trippy MV for the fittingly titled song Sober. Yoon Ji-sung is experimenting with love in his song Bloom. Soyu is not messing around in her new collab with B.O. called Business. G-Idol's Miyeon has made her solo debut. Here is her beautiful debut song Drive. Elast are back with a mystical and dark concept in the song Creature. iChill's comeback Play Hide and Seek is oozing with cute fun. And speaking of oozing cuteness, comedian Buku Dung is back and collaborating with Wikimiki's Choi Yoo Jung in Suk Dung. And last but not least, Monsta X are showing off their skill in this crisp MV for the song Love. As always, I want to know which songs that you really enjoyed this week. Psy and Suga's collab was a ton of fun, but I have to go with Miyeon. For me, this is the perfect spring bop to enjoy as we transition into summer fun, and it reminds me a lot of a slightly more energetic version of Junggeunji's song Away. And now we'll turn our eyes to the future for more music in the comeback watch. Is this real life? Blackpink may just be getting a comeback after all. According to Sports Donga, Blackpink may be returning as soon as June with a new album. Given YG Entertainment's history though, I will believe it once I actually start seeing teasers, because it has been 576 days since Blackpink's last group comeback. We're getting the first hints at a new BoA album. BoA shared that she's starting work and planning for an album to come out in October of this year. SM has trademarked the phrase Hyo first mini album, and they've registered it on a Korean merchandise registry, hinting that Hyoyeon may finally be getting her own album on top of the singles that she has released so far. And speaking of Girls' Generation, already? Their 15th anniversary is in August, but SM is already getting Soewon's hyped. The SM Town account on Instagram also shared this photo while tagging the entire group as opposed to individual members like they normally do for solo work. Needless to say, the clown makeup is already on. Secret Number are also gearing up for a comeback soon. We don't have an official comeback date yet, but they have completed MV filming on April 24th. And now let's get back to the news, starting with SM. The sign at SM Entertainment Square in Los Angeles has been put up, and well, Suman is really giving himself a big old pat on the back with this one. JTB's Knowing Bros has a pretty exciting lineup coming up soon. Billy members Moonsua and Suki are joining Le Seraphim, Sakura, and Chaewon on what is sure to be a fantastic episode. A huge congratulations is in order for Tomorrow by Together because they are not messing around with pre-orders. Their fourth album, Minisode 2 Thursday's Child, has already secured 1.447 million in pre-order sales. Two big names have completed their military service this week. Both Zico and EXO's Chen have finished their enlistments, and I can't wait to have them back making music. BTS's 4 recent shows in Las Vegas have pulled in $35.9 million, which makes it the second highest grossing box score of all time in the US, just behind Bruce Springsteen's 10-show marathon at Giant Stadium. We have some more details on MLD Entertainment's upcoming girl group. The new group Lapillus is preparing for a June debut. Among the group's members is Girls Planet 999 contestant Nonaka Shana. NMIX's Haewon has suffered a minor ankle injury at practice, and as a result she'll be reducing her participation at NMIX's KCON premiere in Seoul performance on May 7th. According to JYP Entertainment, quote, the doctor advised that it was necessary for her to refrain from excessive movement, and so she'll be temporarily avoiding strenuous movements and focusing on her treatment. Twice's Sana has tested positive for COVID-19. JYP made a statement on April 26, which explained that this occurred during departure testing from Japan after having arrived in the country on April 16th and testing negative. Get well soon, Sana. And for our last story, we have some unfortunate news for TO1 fans. Wake1 shared this statement yesterday, informing fans that Hoon has terminated his contract with the label and left the group. This was pretty unexpected, especially given their upcoming KCON performance, so I definitely feel for the fans. And with that, we'll move on to a week of music shows where Show Champion did not have a broadcast, so we had 5 trophies to hand out. The week started off with Dreamcatcher, who pulled off their second win for Maison on the show. IVE would go on to take their 6th win on Music Bank for their comeback Love Dive, but we're all really just living in Big Bang's world at this point. The boy group took 3 more wins this week for Still Life on M Countdown, Show Music Core, and Inkigayo, bringing them to 8 total wins so far for the comeback. Who do you think will be next week's big winner on music shows? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright K-popers, for the last time, you are now officially caught up on everything going on in the K-pop world. Definitely let me know how you feel about the news and the new music in the comments below. Now, as I announced about 6 weeks ago, due to circumstances beyond my control, this will sadly be the final video on the HallyU channel. It's been an absolutely incredible journey with all of you, and I'm so proud of the body of work that's been built up. When I first started HallyU 2 years ago, my main goal was to shine a light on the best stories in K-pop, whether they were well known or not. I really wanted to help newer fans discover more about this amazing world of K-pop that we all know and love, especially about groups that may have been overlooked by many fans. So in the spirit of that, I wanted to share a very quick countdown of my 10 favorite deep dives from the channel and why I think you should watch them if you haven't already. At number 10 is the LaBoom deep dive. This one was so fun because LaBoom is so fun in everything that they do, and the 2 viral comebacks they had were just incredible. At number 9 is K-pop in 2015. This particular year in K-pop is so special and nostalgic for me personally because there was so much great new music and so many brand new groups to enjoy. It's a great walk down memory lane. At number 8 is NCT U's Without You. This was the 3rd ever deep dive on the channel, and while the audio and video quality may not be as good as they are now, this was a story I knew I had to tell when I started HallyU. Without You is such a meaningful and beautiful song, and I had to talk about it. At number 7 we have Oh My Girl. This girl group story is so amazing, and seeing them finally get recognized as they faced disbandment is so inspirational. At number 6 we have SHINee's 1000 Years Always By Your Side. This is another song with layers and layers of meaning, and it's one of my favorite Japanese releases from any artist. If you need another reason to buy a SHINee, go check this one out. At number 5 we have the recent Generations deep dive. I really enjoyed making this one as it's such an open-ended question and you really can have fun answering it because there is no right answer. Plus it's also super nostalgic looking back at all the older generations of K-pop. At number 4 is April. Making this deep dive was really cathartic, and I felt it was really important to make a video about April that's not some sensationalistic clickbait and from the point of view of somebody who buys them since debut and has seen all of their content. At number 3, it is the Sewell disaster. There's something about this tragedy that really sticks with me, and the K-pop songs that honor and commemorate it like BTS's Spring Day are really so beautiful. It's just a really important video to have in a library of deep dives. At number 2 is this week's deep dive on Girls' Generation. What can I say? At the end of the day, I am still biased. This deep dive could have been an hour long, but nevertheless creating a 20-minute primer on the nation's girl group was a blast, and I'm so glad that someone's have enjoyed it thus far. And coming in at number 1 and not diverging too much from number 2, my favorite deep dive is Into the New World. It's really easy for international fans to not be aware of domestic success and what's going on in Korea with the general public, but this song really is just on another level. There have been multiple points in history where this song has grown to embody more than itself, and it's a cornerstone of the K-pop Hall of Fame. So there's a quick look at what some of my own personal highlights from these 2 years of K-pop fun at HallyU have been, and I would love to hear some of yours as well. I'll definitely be in there chatting in the comments of this video, so I look forward to hearing your thoughts. And with that, the final video at HallyU is coming to a close. Thank you so much for every view, like, comment, and subscription, and thank you as well as my patrons who have helped build an absolutely amazing community in our own little bubble of the K-pop world. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for making HallyU such a fun and rewarding journey. It will not be forgotten.